I'm definitely rooting for you for the Collins Cup. I mean, the U.S. is, although you were born in the U.S., right? But I think you've lived most of your life in France besides college. Is that right?
Right. I was born in the U.S., then I lived in France till I was 19. And then from 19 till now, so the last 8 years, almost 9 years in the U.S.
Um, what are your feelings for the Collins Cup? I mean, it's going to be exciting. I think the format's awesome. I think you're the number two American right now, isn't that right? And overall, you're number 8, so that's pretty high.
Yeah. I mean, ranked second American. I was first at one point, and then eighth overall, the overall ranking. I mean, top 10 is solid for sure. I know I can do performances that can get me a little higher, but we'll just have to wait a little for that. And as for the Cons Cup, obviously really excited to see what that event is gonna feel like as an athlete. How it's just gonna be just racing it, because we never raced just two other athletes. So the dynamic of the entire race, even on the swim, I was thinking about the swim start. That's gonna be weird. I mean, am I gonna sprint to get out? But there's no need to really sprint because there's only two other guys. So we usually sprint to just kind of get out of the pack. Am I gonna try to go on the feet right away, or just all sorts of things. And then there's gonna be so many TV crews and cameras on us the whole time. It should be a really awesome TV production. So all those things are going to make it quite different. So excited to see how that's going to be. Excited to see the TV production around it and how entertaining it will be for all triathlon fans. And I mean, that's the main thing, because the PTO has the Cons Cup event to raise the profile of triathlon. So that's the biggest thing. Hopefully triathlon fans will follow the event a lot, and they'll talk about it a lot, and they'll be excited for it for next year and on and on.
Yep. And I think PTO is doing an excellent job with their production values and the way they shoot these videos of you and everybody else. And I mean, it's just really properly done stuff. And if that level of entertainment can be brought to the actual event, to the actual action, it's going to be thrilling, I think. And to see such strategic, and it's not like normal races, it's completely a strategic plays that you have to do. Are you working with people like Mark and other people to try to figure out a strategy? I mean, I'm not going to expect you to tell me anything, but are you working with are you guys having like meetings and discussions on how to do this?
No, well, not as of now. I think that will all happen once we'll be there. So we all have to get there on the Monday before the Saturday race. So we'll have quite a bit of time there on the race site. And then, well, since there's a draft for all the head-to-heads, we don't know who will race. So there's really no point in talking about something we don't know how it's going to happen. And once we know who will race, then I guess the captains will, well, already there's going to be some tactics for the captains to decide, who's going to race who. And then after that, we'll for sure have some tactics.
I see. Okay. Well, who would you say your biggest rival is in general? Maybe not rival, maybe that's the wrong word, but who would you most love to compete against that you haven't, that you think would be a tough battle, but maybe you could win?
I mean, by now, really, I've raced almost every athlete, really. I mean, obviously, we want to be the best, so I'd like to race Jan at his best. And I mean, in Miami, I raced him. And for the first time, actually, in Miami, I was actually with him in a race. Because I already raced him in the past in 70.3 Worlds in South Africa. But he was gone in the swim, and on the bike, he was in the front group, and I was not. And so I never saw him the entire race. So I can't really say I raced Jan Frodeno.
I saw him. I was coming out of the swim in South Africa,
and he was running
on the bike.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Yeah, so at least in Miami, I was riding behind him. So that was cool. But, I mean, I'm usually pretty strong on the bike, but he dropped me on the bike. I didn't have the best legs that day. I was it was just early season, and I wasn't quite fit enough. And he had an amazing performance also. But at least I was with him. So yeah, to answer your question, if I can be at a really good shape and racing on, I know I can at least get off the bike with him. Then the run, he's still tough to beat, but and then also now with Sam Long being really next level since the last year essentially, if we could have a battle with him and Lionel, for example, and me obviously being in a solid shape, I think that could be a really strong battle as well. So
that would be thrilling. That would be amazing to see the three of you guys go. Awesome.
Check out my channel, Rudy von Berg Racing on YouTube. There's some videos about the last few races, and they're going to keep on coming about also just training and about what I do out of racing.